Hi guys, how's it going? It's Ian here, it's your active travel officer for Sustrans. Welcome to episode 3 of our World of Bike series, where we look at lots of different bikes, what they're made from and what they're used for. So this week's one of my favourite weeks. It's all about BMX bikes and stunt bikes. So we're going to get wrapped up nice and warm, we'll head outside, we'll have a look at BMX, and then we're going to take it onto a purpose-built BMX racetrack to see what it's capable of. Okay, let's go! So if you were to think of BMX, you'd probably think skate parks, stunts, jumps, tricks, ramps, all that kind of stuff, which is just one style of BMX riding. The letters BMX stand for Bicycle Motocross, which is a form of racing, which is where BMX started. So the sport began in California in around 1970, and it was made an Olympic sport in 2008 at the Beijing Olympics. So it's been around for a very long time. So although this bike looks quite small, it's actually designed for a fully grown adult. One of the most notable things on a BMX is the handlebars, which are really high, which allows for some interesting positions, which we'll look at later. BMXs usually have 20-inch wheels, one fixed gear, a really low seat, and one rear brake. The reason the saddle is so low is because when you're actually riding a BMX, you never sit down. You're moving your weight forwards and backwards, and left and right all the time, and if you had a saddle that was any higher than this, it would just be in the way. So that's a BMX. It's now time for some safety gear, and we'll head to the track. Check out the big pedal, link in the description. So that's us at the track, and we're going to use this little pump line, which allows us to get warmed up before heading up onto the big track. This is great fun, and allows both Matthew and me to ride together, which is one of our favourite things to do. Before we head onto the big track, we've got a friend of mine who's going to talk to us about her bike.
Hi, I'm Saoirse. I'm a member of Lisburn BMX Club, and I race BMXs here at Lisburn. This is the one and only national track in Northern Ireland, and the track is set up with 4 straights. It's got rollers, it's got a start hill. We normally have a start gate. The basic element is that you get on the gate, you go and pedal as fast as you can, you get right down to the first step up, and you pump over the rolling hills. You pedal at every opportunity that you possibly can. Reason being, the race is actually a sprint, and you're racing 7 other people, and the idea is to get to the finish line first. My bike is specifically designed for BMX racing. It's a Thrill factory team build bike. It is made up of an aluminium frame. I have carbon wheels, as you can see. My bike is a cruiser, which means it's a 24-inch wheel. And it's very lightweight. It's got a disc brake, which is very good for the odd emergency stop which you might come across in racing, hopefully not. And the left side is a brake which operates the back wheel. I've got specifically designed hubs which have my name on them. Everything's designed to be very lightweight and to get you basically to glide over the rolling hills at a very fast speed and win the race. So it's an excellent sport. The bike it's wonderful, and I absolutely love doing it. It's an adrenaline rush. You become very, very, very addicted to it overnight, and it's a great sport to involve yourself with other people of your own age group. And you know, people race all over the world, and this is an Olympic sport. It starts off kids with strider races from the age of about 3 to 4, ones that can't even, ride with pedals. they come along and they can still do Strider races at the bottom to an overage group of 50 plus. So there we go.
So we're heading up to the start hill now. This is where the start gate is. So usually in a race there would be 8 riders lined up side by side here. You'll notice a wind sock there, which is really useful for telling which way the wind is blowing, which helps you if you're planning on doing any jumps.
Ready, go!
And we're off. Now this is a nice relaxed lap, so it's not at full speed, but it'll give you an idea of what the jumps and rollers and lumps and bumps are like. Coming up to the first corner here, you'll notice it's banked up to the side. That's called a berm, and it allows you to carry lots of speed round the corner. Round this next berm and onto the back straight. This back straight has lots of rollers, which is great for pumping over to create speed. Notice how much these riders are moving their body weight forwards and backwards and up and down to accelerate over the hills. Over the tabletop and onto the last straight. By this point your arms and legs are really burning and you've had a really good workout just in one lap. And across the finish line. Here's another point of view of the start hill and first few rollers. This side-on view really shows you why it's so important to have your saddle really low. Look at how low these riders' hips are. Another reason for having your saddle so low is so you can do this. And this. Thanks very much for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was really good fun to make. BMXing is one of my favourite sports, and it's Matthew's as well. I'll leave you with this, which is a clip of a full lap Matthew and I did, which will hopefully show that you don't need to be a professional rider or interested in racing all the time to come along and give it a go. The BMX community is really welcoming, really friendly, and really encouraging of new participants. So I definitely recommend giving it a go if that's something you fancy doing. And even if you don't fancy giving it a go yourself, it's a great spectator sport, so for parents there's always some good stuff to watch. I'll leave some links below for anybody who's interested in looking a bit further. And if you are looking to improve your bike skills at all, don't start off by doing jumps and bunny hops and wheelies and things, because as much as they may look impressive, it's not the best way to build up your skill set unless you have a really solid foundation built up over years beforehand. If you're unsure, speak to someone who's qualified and maybe get some coaching.
Why can't I subscribe for more?